When everyone's attention was on Tesla and BYD a few years ago, Toyota engineers were working quietly behind the scenes. Today, the same work is going to shake the entire EV industry. We are talking about Toyota's motor technology, Blue E-Nexus E-Axle. Hearing the name, you might think that it would be just another motor, but in reality, this technology can change the game of the EV market. Imagine when other companies were focusing only on battery and range. Toyota was engaged in a secret project in which power, efficiency, and reliable performance were all packed together. This is the reason why Blue E-Nexus E-Axle is being called the secret weapon of EV motors. The question is, what special technology has Toyota put in this motor, due to which there is a stir in the EV market even today? And will this technology be able to compete with big companies like Tesla and BYD? In this video, we will reveal the real secret. But believe me, what you are about to know will keep you hooked till the end. So before you proceed further, subscribe to the channel so that you can be the first to see such videos. While everyone's eyes were on brands like Tesla and BYD, Toyota slowly took a step back and thought about its move. But before we get to the real power of that new Blue E-Nexus E-Axle motor, it's important to know the first thing. What is Toyota's real market position? And how did they have to move from gasoline to EV? In 2024, Toyota sold roughly 1 crore 8 lakh vehicles worldwide. The entire EV segment accounted for only about 0.5% of this, which is about 1,40,000 electric vehicles. This number may sound a little disappointing, but understand that this is just the beginning, when the rest of the world was already running towards EVs. On the other hand, Toyota's hybrid models performed strongly. Their sales grew by 21% globally. In a major market like the US, the share of electrified vehicles, hybrid, plug-in hybrid, and BEV, reached 44%, reflecting Toyota's strategically intelligent approach. Rather than jumping to all EVs by abandoning gasoline engines right away, they thought hybrids were most effective as a bridge. That's why cars like the Prius have been the company's leader for so long, and they set big goals. 30 models and 3.5 million EVs sold annually by 2030. But now the target has been pushed back a bit to about 800,000 EVs in 2026. That doesn't mean Toyota is backing down. They're taking slow but sure steps in this direction. In fact, Toyota now plans to increase the number of EV models to 15 and build 1 million EVs annually by 2027. This means that Toyota's move is now becoming clear from hybrid to electric with full preparation, but with intelligence. What is Blue E-Nexus E-Axle? Let's now talk about the technology that has made Toyota a topic of discussion again in the EV race. Blue E-Nexus E-Axle. The name suggests that it would be a simple motor, but in reality it is not just a motor, but a complete drive system. In simple terms, the E-Axle is an all-in-one power unit that packs everything that is needed to run an electric vehicle. While other companies design and fit the motor, inverter, and gearbox separately, Toyota has put all three of these in a single compact package in this E-Axle. This actually reduces the weight of the vehicle, saves space, and gives more performance. Now let's take a look at its parts. The first is the motor. This is the same part that rotates the wheels using the electricity obtained from the battery. But, this motor is not ordinary. It is specially designed to give high-efficiency performance so that more power is obtained with less electricity. The second part is the inverter. You can think of it as a brain because the current that comes from the battery is direct current, or DC. But the motor needs alternating current, or AC, to run. The job of the inverter is to change that current and supply it to the motor in the right manner. This inverter controls the power and decides how fast the vehicle will run and how smooth it will be. The third part is the gearbox. This is the system that transmits the power coming out of the motor to the wheels in the right proportion. If there is no gearbox, then no matter how much power the motor gives, its proper benefit will not reach the wheels. The most special thing about the Blue E-Nexus E-Axle is its compact and lightweight design. Earlier, these three things had to be fitted separately and took up more space. Now the E-Axle has combined them all together and made them so small that it can be easily fitted in any EV. Its advantage is seen not only in the design, but also in the performance of the car and the efficiency of the battery. When the car is light, the load on the battery will be less, and this directly means more range. Toyota and Blue E-Nexus have made it in different power levels, meaning different versions for every segment from small cars to SUVs. This is why it is called a versatile technology. If we understand it in simple language, then this technology is based on three big things: compact design, high efficiency, and an advanced cooling system. These three together make it different from other motors and help in giving more power to the vehicles in less space. First of all, let's talk about the compact design. Till now, most EV companies used to fit the motor, inverter, and gearbox separately. This not only took up more space, but also increased the weight of the car. But Toyota and Blue E-Nexus changed the game. They put all three parts together in a single package and made it so small that it can easily fit in any vehicle. This simply means that engineers do not need much space, and designers get more space for batteries and other things inside the vehicle. This is why Toyota's new EVs nowadays look lighter, more spacious, and more flexible in design. Now, let's come to high efficiency. The biggest problem with EVs has always been how to use the power coming out of the battery in a smart way. If the power is used more, the range will decrease and the car will have to be charged again and again. But the magic of e-axle is that it uses electricity very intelligently from the combination of motor and inverter. The inverter does not just change the current, but controls that power in such a way that the motor can give more output, even with less power. The result is the battery of the vehicle lasts longer and the driving range automatically increases. This is why Toyota claims that vehicles with e-axle can travel farther than EVs of other companies with the same battery capacity. The advanced cooling system is another critical feature that really sets this technology apart. Electric motors and inverters, generate quite a bit of heat during operation, and managing this heat is absolutely vital for maintaining both performance and longevity. The Blue E-Nexus e-axle actually incorporates an integrated and highly efficient cooling system that directly targets these heat-generating components. This kind of precise thermal management prevents overheating, making sure the motor and inverter can operate at peak efficiency for much longer periods without any performance degradation. A cooler system is, honestly, a more efficient system. By effectively managing heat, the e-axle really minimizes energy waste, which further contributes to extending the vehicle's driving range and ensuring consistent power delivery. This combination of a compact design, high efficiency, and advanced cooling makes the e-axle a pretty formidable package. It addresses several key challenges in EV design at the same time: space utilization, weight reduction, energy consumption, and thermal management. By solving these problems in one integrated unit, Toyota has not only improved the immediate performance of its electric vehicles, but has also created a more flexible and scalable platform for future models. The ability to offer this system in different power levels means it can be adapted to a wide range of vehicles, from compact city cars to larger SUVs, without having to redesign the fundamental drive system every single time. This strategic approach really showcases Toyota's methodical planning. While other companies, race to market with electric vehicles, Toyota invested time in refining a core technology that influences the very fundamentals of an electric vehicle's performance and packaging. The Blue E-Nexus e-axle is more than just a component. It actually represents a holistic engineering philosophy focused on optimization and reliability. It's this kind of behind-the-scenes innovation that positions Toyota to make a significant impact as it expands its electric vehicle lineup. The technology serves as the foundation upon which Toyota can build a new generation of electric vehicles that are competitive not just in terms of range, but in overall efficiency, space, and driving dynamics, potentially altering the competitive landscape of the entire industry. So the Blue E-Nexus e-axle is actually a pack in which the motor gives power, the inverter controls everything like the brain and the gearbox, while it transmits that power to the wheels properly. This is exactly why it's called a complete drive system and not just a motor. And honestly, this is the smart move of Toyota, which really has the potential to make it a big player in the EV industry. The secret of the technology, let's now, understand in depth the secret of this special technology of Toyota. So, how does the Blue E-Nexus e-axle actually work? And why is it being called the secret weapon of the EV world? Earlier, these three things had to be fitted separately and, frankly, took up more space. Now, the e-axle has combined them all together and made them so small that it can be easily fitted in any EV. Its advantage is seen not only in the design, but also in the performance of the car and the efficiency of the battery. When the car is light, the load on the battery will be less, and this directly means more range. Toyota and Blue Nexus have made it in different power levels, which means, different versions for every segment, from small cars to SUVs. This is why it is called a versatile technology.